Who is your pick for the worst president ever? Dave from Asheville nominated President Grant as the worst president ever. On the plus side, Grant did urge the ratification of the 15th Amendment and signed legislation creating Yellowstone Park, the first national park. Grant appointed Jewish leaders to office, nominated a former Confederate general for a federal appointment, appointed African Americans to federal positions while also integrating the executive mansion. But Grant's presidency was marred by profiteering and widespread corruption. While not directly linked to Grant, much of it was at the hands of those Grant appointed to office. There were so many scandals, Wikipedia has a full page devoted to the scandals of the Grant administration. The list includes the gold ring scandal, the custom house ring, the postal ring, the salary grab, the Sanborn extortion, the interior scandal, the justice scandal, the whiskey ring, the Belknap extortion, the Robinson bribes, and the burglary conspiracy. In 1871, Grant asked Congress for legislation that authorized the president to impose martial law and suspend the writ of habeas corpus. But in 1875, as violence against black Southerners escalated, Grant's administration declined to intervene directly, fearing his party would lose support in an upcoming election. In 1871, Grant signed a bill ending the Indian Treaty System. The law would now treat individual Native Americans as wards of the state and no longer dealt with tribes as sovereign entities. Grant pocket vetoed a bill in 1874 protecting bison, believing that the killing of bison would force Plains Indians to abandon their nomadic lifestyle. And after the discovery of gold in the Black Hills, Grant ignored previous treaty to protect Indian lands. Instead, Grant chose a policy to force Native people onto the Sioux Reservation, thus leading to the Great Sioux War, in which Sitting Bull refused to relocate and warriors led by Crazy Horse dealt a harsh defeat to the cavalry forces at the Battle of Little Bighorn. The tribes were eventually forced to relinquish the Black Hills. Grant also failed to support Cuban rebels who were fighting for independence from Spain, and Grant also failed in his attempt to annex the Dominican Republic, not to support freedom, but to strengthen American strategic power in the Caribbean, increase access to the island's natural resources, and to serve as a safe haven where America could deport its former slaves. So let us know what you think. Who is your pick for the worst president ever? You can comment on the videos posted, you can post your own video, or you can write your own or send an audio file and we'll make the video for you.
Only Americans can do that.